Despite being one of our closest neighbors, Mars remains a mysterious world full of surprising discoveries. Scientists have uncovered images of strange objects, a shape very similar to what we find on Earth, or an image that looks like a human face. The imagination to recognize two eyes, a nose and a mouth imprinted on a raised piece of land. What secrets do these baffling findings hold? In today's video, we explore 20 of the strangest things found on Mars that have left astronomers baffled. Let's start. This photo, taken by NASA's Curiosity rover, shows an object that resembles a fish, prompting questions about whether Mars might have once supported life. Mars had vast oceans billions of years ago, as shown by geological evidence like ancient riverbeds and mineral deposits formed by liquid water. This suggests that aquatic life could have existed there. If fish-like creatures did live on Mars, it raises the possibility that more complex or even intelligent life might have existed. While still speculative, this discovery encourages ongoing scientific discussion, with ideas ranging from convergent evolution to other explanations. In 1976, NASA's Viking orbiter took a photo of a Martian formation that looked like a human face, sparking speculation about ancient Martian civilizations. Many wondered if it was proof of intelligent life on Mars, making the image famous in space exploration. However, scientists explain the face as pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where the brain perceives familiar shapes in random patterns, combined with sunlight casting shadows that create facial features. This highlights how easily we can misinterpret visual data, reminding scientists to be cautious but also open to Mars holding unexpected mysteries. What do you feel when you see the face on Mars, a glimpse of the unknown, or just a trick of the light? Comment and chat with me. In 2004, NASA's rovers discovered small, spherical formations on Mars called Martian Blueberries. These formations likely formed in the presence of liquid water, weak acids, and specific chemical conditions over long periods. Their existence provides strong evidence that Mars once had stable, long-lasting bodies of water. Some scientists have suggested that these formations could possibly be fossilized remains of ancient Martian microorganisms, though this is still a hypothesis. If true, it would indicate that Mars might have once supported microbial life. This possibility invites further study about the history of life on Mars and highlights the importance of understanding planetary environments and life's fragility. Summer has arrived at the south pole of Mars, revealing features hidden during the long darkness. Mars experiences powerful dust storms that can reshape its surface. NASA captured a photograph showing a formation resembling an angel with outstretched wings next to a heart-shaped depression in the soil. While these shapes may be examples of pareidolia, patterns our brains interpret as familiar objects, the precision of the shapes has intrigued scientists. Computer models trying to replicate natural wind patterns producing such formations suggest it is unlikely, but this remains an open question. The location is remote and unvisited by human missions, making the formation especially interesting for further study. Scientists continue to explore natural explanations and unknown processes that could create these symmetrical shapes on Mars. If wind can sculpt such eerie forms, what other clues could hidden craters hold about Mars's ancient environment? NASA discovered a crater on Mars with a tail-like formation that resembles a tadpole, puzzling scientists. The chance of a random asteroid impact creating such a shape is very low. Analysis suggests the tail was likely formed by water flowing out of the crater over a long time, providing more evidence that liquid water once existed on Mars. This water flow pattern indicates a stable hydrological cycle that may have lasted thousands of years, including weather and seasonal changes that could support ecosystems. Scientists are studying what caused Mars to lose these conditions. Understanding Mars's history helps us learn about planetary change and the factors affecting habitability. Did you like this video? Don't forget to hit the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and I promise to bring you more awesome content. Recently, an image from Mars showed a formation that some thought resembled a human femur bone. However, NASA clarified that this is a natural rock formation and an example of pareidolia, when people see familiar shapes in random patterns. NASA's quick response explained the geological context and psychological reasons behind this perception. While some question the speed of the explanation, such responses help prevent misinformation. Regardless, this formation highlights how Martian geology can produce shapes that look familiar, showing some similarities in natural processes between Mars and Earth. Scientists continue to study Mars to better understand its surface and history. And speaking of water, Mars still holds frozen reserves, a window into how the planet transformed over billions of years. The discovery of frozen water on Mars was a major breakthrough, confirming that water exists on the red planet. Mars wasn't always dry and barren. It once had oceans, rivers, and a thick atmosphere that could support liquid water and possibly life. Over millions of years, Mars lost much of its atmosphere because its weak gravity couldn't hold it. Solar winds and cosmic radiation gradually stripped the atmosphere away, cooling the planet and causing its water to freeze or evaporate into space. The frozen water we see is evidence of this long-term planetary change. Interestingly, Earth also loses small amounts of atmosphere and water into space, although its stronger gravity slows this process. Earth currently has about 100 times more water than Mars, but this supply is finite. Mars's frozen water highlights both its past and the importance of understanding how planets evolve. The next discovery from Mars appeared to be a simple jelly donut-shaped rock, but quickly became one of the most analyzed objects in Mars exploration history. NASA's rovers photographed an area, and when they returned days later, a circular rock with a white exterior and dark red interior appeared where there had been only empty ground. NASA explained this as a fragment from the rover's equipment, accidentally flipped over during its soil sampling operations. However, analysis showed the rock contained unusually high levels of sulfur, magnesium, and manganese, unlike most known Martian surface materials. The rock's interior also had a different chemical composition, suggesting it formed under unique conditions. While this raised interesting questions about Mars's geology, there is no evidence to support the idea that the object was deliberately placed or that Mars is monitoring rover activities. Scientists continue to study such findings to better understand the planet's complex environment. Mars is often seen as barren, but it still experiences powerful atmospheric phenomena, like massive vortices and storms larger than those on Earth. After these storms, blue stripe patterns sometimes appear on the surface. Mars's surface is mostly red due to iron oxide, so the origin of the blue coloration has raised questions. The common explanation is that strong winds remove the oxidized topsoil, revealing deeper rock layers that have different colors. Some scientists suggest these blue areas might indicate subsurface water or ice exposed by the winds. If true, this could mean Mars has active processes beneath its surface. These findings encourage further study, as they may provide insight into Mars's environment and the potential for life-supporting conditions underground. However, more research is needed to confirm these possibilities. Beneath the dust and colors, a puzzling metallic object challenges our understanding of Martian geology. NASA's rovers discovered a strange metallic object on Mars containing nickel, aluminum, and other metals in unusual concentrations not typically found on the planet. Initially, scientists considered it might be space debris from Earth, like a satellite fragment, but this was ruled out after analyzing its trajectory and composition. The object's metal ratios and crystal structure are different from known Earth-made materials, suggesting formation under conditions not fully understood. When rovers studied it with laser spectrometers, the heat damaged the surface, revealing a complex interior. Inside, there appeared to be a network of microscopic channels and chambers that some researchers find intriguing, though their exact nature and origin remain unclear. While some propose this could indicate artificial origin, there is no confirmed evidence of advanced intelligence on Mars. Further study is needed to understand these findings. An impact crater on Mars, named after amateur astronomer Frederick Gale and measuring 154 kilometers wide, is about 3.5 billion years old. It's called the Happy Face Crater because it resembles a human face, with layered material rising 5.5 kilometers, forming shapes that look like a smile, 2 eyes, and a nose. This resemblance is likely an example of pareidolia, where people see familiar patterns in random features. The crater's symmetry and shape have sparked interest, and computer models suggest the chance of such geometry forming naturally is very low. Some researchers have speculated that the formation might have an artificial origin, possibly indicating past intelligent activity on Mars. However, this remains highly speculative with no conclusive evidence. This raises interesting questions about Mars's history and the possibility of ancient life. If you could investigate one unexplained phenomenon on Mars, what would it be? Let us know your top pick and why. NASA's Mars rovers took detailed photos of the planet's surface to document changes over time. When scientists compared images taken years apart, they noticed that some rocks appeared to have moved, some by hundreds of meters, while others were missing. This was surprising because Mars's thin atmosphere makes it unlikely that strong winds could move large stones weighing several tons. The rocks also seem to follow specific paths and gather in certain areas rather than moving randomly. Some scientists suggested that seismic activity might cause this movement, but Mars's monitoring equipment has not detected enough underground tremors to explain it. These observations raise questions about what natural processes might be responsible for the shifting rocks. While some propose unknown causes, there is currently no confirmed evidence of intelligent activity on Mars. Further research is needed to understand these phenomena. Humanity has left various pieces of equipment and debris on Mars from past exploration missions. These remnants include iron fragments, landing gear, and broken machinery from spacecraft that experience malfunctions or failures. Many of these failures remain under study, and scientists continue to investigate the challenges Mars's environment poses to technology. Mars's weak magnetic field and thin atmosphere create unique conditions that can affect electronics and mechanical systems differently than on Earth. While some equipment has had limited operational lifespans, advancements are ongoing to improve the durability of future missions. The scattered debris highlights the difficulties of exploring Mars and emphasizes the need for cautious planning for human missions. Mars presents a harsh environment for both machines and humans, requiring continued research to better understand and overcome these challenges. Beyond our debris lie rock formations that seem almost purposeful. Could Mars be pointing us toward new secrets? Some rock formations on Mars, like the back point, appear to form shapes that resemble an arrow or pointing gesture. This has intrigued scientists, as the geometric arrangement is unusual. Researchers have studied natural processes such as wind erosion, water flow, seismic activity, and impacts to explain the formation. Despite extensive computer simulations, replicating such precise patterns through natural forces remains challenging, but no conclusive explanation has been found. The back point formation appears to point toward a geologically active region on Mars where other noteworthy features exist. While these observations raise interesting questions, there is currently no evidence to confirm that the formation was deliberately created by intelligent life or any non-natural process. This area remains an important subject for further scientific investigation. This photograph shows a round metallic object found on the Martian surface. Its smooth, reflective surface and geometric shape have drawn interest because natural processes rarely create perfectly spherical objects. Some initially thought it resembled a manufactured artifact. NASA, however, explained that the object is smaller than it appears and is made of common minerals like calcium sulfate, sodium, and magnesium. While natural spheres are uncommon, certain geological processes can produce smooth, rounded formations. NASA's analysis is ongoing, and more detailed studies will help clarify the object's origin. Though intriguing, there is currently no confirmed evidence that this object is artificial or linked to intelligent life. An image from Mars shows an object that looks like a spoon floating above the surface, sparking curiosity. The object resembles a kitchen spoon with a handle and bowl, but appears suspended, creating an unusual visual effect. NASA explains this as a rock formation shaped by wind erosion, with lighting and camera angles producing an optical illusion of floating. The precise shape resembling a human-made tool has led some to question this explanation. The likelihood of natural erosion creating such a perfect replica is considered very low by some observers. While some have speculated about possible evidence of past or present intelligent life on Mars, there is currently no scientific confirmation. The spoon's location along a common rover path adds to the interest, but the object remains officially unexplained. Continued study and careful interpretation are needed. Don't miss out on our next deep dive into the mysteries of space. Hit subscribe and join the journey beyond Earth. A photo taken by a NASA Mars rover shows a rock formation resembling horses running across the Martian surface. The image captures shapes that some find lifelike, making it difficult to dismiss as random rock patterns. This formation was found in a remote part of Mars where no human equipment is operated, prompting questions about its origin. Some scientists suggest the possibility of convergent evolution, where similar environmental conditions might lead to similar life forms on different planets. However, there is currently no direct evidence of complex life having existed on Mars. Alternative explanations include natural geological processes or optical illusions. While some have speculated about advanced civilizations or technology, these ideas remain unproven. Further study and evidence are needed to understand this intriguing formation. This photograph shows an object on the Martian surface that some say resembles a white rabbit, with shapes that look like ears and a rounded body. Some observers noted that the ear-like parts seem to move slightly in the Martian wind, which is unusual given the planet's thin atmosphere. Scientists explain that Mars's surface is mostly dust and rock, and natural factors like lighting and shadows can create shapes that look familiar. Movement could result from dust or small particles shifted by wind. While some have speculated about organic material or advanced technology, there is no scientific evidence to support these ideas. The object remains unexplained, and further research is needed to understand its nature. From living shapes to mysterious metallic spheres, could this cannonball reveal a darker chapter in Mars's story? This photo was snapped by NASA's Curiosity rover and depicts an oddly colored sphere that looks exactly like a cannonball. A cannonball would be proof of a great war taking place on the Red Planet, and also indicate the presence of intelligent life with the knowledge of gunpowder or some other type of advanced explosive. The discovery of intelligent life so close to home would shatter our perception of ourselves and provide evidence that life is abundant across the universe, not the rarity that it currently appears to be. NASA's rover team was quick to try to defuse these theories by announcing that the object is less than 1/4 of an inch in size and made of calcium sulfate, sodium, and magnesium. But they didn't explain its incredibly spherical shape or how it formed, which has left room for theories and grounded this discovery as a very creepy one, fueling the minds of astronomers across the world. This creepy picture, captured by NASA's Opportunity rover, shows a rock that perfectly resembles a carved statue of some ancient god, similar to those that our ancestors carved back on Earth. In particular, the face resembles Nabu, the ancient Assyrian god of wisdom. If this was truly carved by humans, then it's not only evidence of intelligent life existing on multiple planets, but it also indicates that the religion of the ancient Assyrians was right all along. Although some have claimed that this face is simply the result of a random rock formation and convenient lighting, its uncanniness to statues that can still be seen on Earth today makes this a creepy discovery that is sure to be a cause of concern for astronomers all across the world. What do you think about these disturbing discoveries on Mars? Do you believe we're looking at evidence of ancient civilizations, or are these just elaborate tricks of light and shadow? Let me know in the comments below what discovery scared you the most. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more investigations into the mysteries that scientists don't want you to know about. If you enjoyed uncovering these Martian secrets, you'll definitely want to check out my video about the terrifying discoveries NASA has made in the deepest parts of our oceans. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.